So we are gonna go into that losers round later. We are gonna go back to our winners round. As you can see, we have jqtran, Vitamins, Arturo, and myself. We are gonna be playing Jupin S23 and the Catharsis D24.
Jupin S23. What a chart. New in Phoenix. Came out with Phoenix. Sure, it's very technical, and it's also stamina intense too, because there's not really any breaks. It's not really a part where you just sit there and the patterns aren't the worst, but it picks up really at the end. But the problem with the beginning is that it turns into like this bucket text section where you really have to conserve as much as you can throughout the run or the entire chart until you get to that point, which is really hard because, like I mentioned earlier, there's not really any true breaks in this song. Thankfully, though, to make up for it, the patterns aren't super bad. Vitamins opted to do the intro legit. There could be a couple strategies for these players. Obviously, we're seeing, it seems like both of them are opting to do the turns on them, which is very understandable. Because you can choose to go in as much as you can on the intro, and then just pray that you'll hit the best that you can in the outro, or you can just try to conserve as much as you can, and then that way you can go in really hard at the outro. But it's looking like these players are deciding to just hit what they can at the beginning and then just pray at the end that they can hit, you know, most of it. Generally pretty even so far. Arturo picking up a couple more misses with Vitamins right now, but that could really change depending on how the outro happens. Going into a long drill section. You want to try to maintain as much as you can. Try to stay on sync, which both of them did. Only a couple grits from Arturo going into this. Yeah. So maybe, like I was mentioning earlier, it looks like Ryan is opting to hit as much as he can at the beginning, and then just pray at the end. And Arturo being the opposite of that. Both very good. It's gonna be kind of close.
You did it!
Alright.
Wow! New record!
Still lots of room for recovery in the Neo D24 that we will have coming up next.
Game over!
So it looks like we got jqtran.
Ready? Wrap it up!
On E2.
new tunes.
Contra is showing his dominance with the SMG. And the Koopah Certified Classic Double ATG. Double A Plus. Getting a stretch on. John's not really too happy about their set that they're playing. What miss from Koopah? Both players maintaining good scores so far. Koopah only picking up a couple misses. Saw one good just right there. Jqtran not having too much issue so far. Maintaining good combo. This is where it does get a little tricky though. Jqtran still maintaining combo, only picking up a couple frames. Koopah's still doing really good, only having like a couple misses. Picking up a couple other judgments though. Yeah, that's the problem with those drills. It's like they're not super hard, but they can definitely pick up the good chains, and it's so hard to come back from. Players maintaining, holding on to life, doing what they can, still being pretty accurate overall. What a crazy set from both our players. Jqtran screaming in agony that it's over now, though.
You did it!
944
Wow!
and 942.
New record!
84. So that does mean Jqtran is currently first, Koopah in third, Arturo in second, and Vitamins in fourth. But we still got doubles. We still got Neo. So right now they forgot to pick the order for doubles. So they are currently trying to figure out who's going to be playing Neo first.
Game over! They pump it up!
So Arturo is going to be going first.
New tunes. Difficulty zone level 17. Level 17. Level 24.
So in case y'all don't know what Neo is, I'm surprised, but it's a chart. It's got just about everything this game has to offer. It's got slowdowns, it's got tech, it's got a you know, pretty hard run that's arguably a 25, unless you're Cell, which you're gonna see a lot of it. This chart is not easy for a 24, and by any means slightly. And I'm very glad we get to at least see it, because there was a very strong possibility of it not being picked. But having a triple A for this is not, it's really good too. Especially for someone who's advanced 1. Going into it, just some simple drill patterns. Into a couple jumps that slowly speeds down real fast and then progressively builds up. If you guys are familiar with the S22, it follows the same structure as that, except it's doubles and a lot harder because transitions are a thing. Very clean, holds up. The intro is super important for your score as well, because the run is just like, just hit as much of it as you can. So the fact that he's got through the slowdown and the hold tap sections, pretty much all perfects, only picking up a couple of it at the end, and then getting through this hold section, which does give players some trouble as it can be very technical. Going into this super fast speed up. Got one bad, I believe. Into the death run. Transition. First part of it isn't super bad, thankfully. It's a lot of singles, but it starts to really pick up right here, where it just gets progressively harder, and the run does not give you any break as you just keep going on and on and on. Yeah. And then this part, a lot of twisting brackets. Once you final stare to end it off. It's so hard. That was a really impressive score, truthfully. 940. So that is the score to beat. As we have Vitamins going to be following up as he is mentally getting prepared and physically getting ready.
Game over. Move it up. I'm hot. New tunes. Difficulty zone single. Level 17. Level 9. Level 20.
So
level
funny
24.
enough, all their scores for Jupin, except for Vitamins, was relatively the same. They were all within a 1,000-point difference. Vitamin needed a 10K. So in order for Vitamins to be able to move on, as it stands currently, he would have to get a triple A on this chart, which is a really tall order, to say the least. But the bar for the other players, for Koopah and jqtran, They are going to need to reach just about 940, roughly. Koopah needing a 941 and John Tran needing a 939, roughly. But let's see what Vitamin can pull out. Getting a couple misses on the intro section. Not too bad. Still a lot of room for recovery on that. Very good hold tap section. Got a little tripped up on that one part. It's in the hold tap, or the hold tech part. Pretty okay. But if he's really, for him to achieve that score of a AAA, he's really got to kill this run. Unfortunately, he does what most people do on that run is struggle. Gets through the best he can though.
That's all.
And ends up getting a 921.74. What? You're good.
Game over.
So currently as it stands, he's not out. There's two more contenders. But they are still there. But for John Tran and Koopah, if they want
New tunes. Difficulty zone double. Level 24.
if they want to move on, they were going to need a 940-ish, like I mentioned earlier, roughly, give or take. For Koopah, we need like a 941, which is apparently his PB just about. So if he is going to want to guarantee to move on, he is going to have to PB this essentially. Can we see that happen right now? We're gonna find out. Very good start. Wow, nice. That's what we need to see. That's what we want to see. Hit as much as you can on the intro. Nice. That's what we need to see, dude. How is he going to do on the holds? Only one bat on that tap. Oh, decides not to turn. That does really cost him a lot. especially the intro, is relatively good. You do get all your life back pretty much right here. Unfortunately, not too much overhealth, but he's gonna have to really go in. And this is pretty much just hit as much as you can. That's really good. But is it gonna be enough? As much as the ending he can. Really solid performance overall.
You did it!
Unfortunately, not that threshold. So, in order for Koopah to make it out of the winners, he's gonna have to rely on jqtran getting less than a 935. That being said, though, that does guarantee that Vitamins is going to go into the losers brackets. Hey, yo, boss, I'm not sure which joint you're talking about. We got two. Yeah, you're good.
Game over.
Little John.
Ready, pump it up. New tunes. Difficulty zone 6, level 17. Level 24.
Damn. Triple A, almost a triple A plus on this. So he needs to maintain, like I mentioned before, for him to guarantee that he needs to go past, again at least second, he would need to get 936 for first, 940. So as long as he gets above those, then he's good. He's mentally prepping himself for this wonderful experience, I would say. Bad though, still good, still maintaining good score overall. I think what really cost Koopah the 940 was him dropping all those holds, unfortunately. I think if he was able to maintain, like, hit those, he had a really high chance of getting that score that he was needing. We saw one dab, actually one miss. Now we're going into the run. comboing that. Going into it, picking up whatever he can. This isn't really about how accurate he is, it's about how much he can hit. He gets out of it for almost full life, but drops a lot of it at the end, unfortunately. Going to the twist section. He actually might be able to get a pass. He's got to hit this end, though. Wow, what a solid performance. That is not an easy chart to pass.
You did it!
Yeah, so that guaranteed him being in first. And that does unfortunately knock Koopah and Vitamins into losers brackets. And that is a guaranteed to the grand finals for jqtran and Arturo. So 1-2. So you're 1.
Game over!
So now we are done with our winners bracket, and now we are going to go finish out the losers brackets. So this pool is going to determine who goes into the semifinals. So you could say this is definitely the losers semifinals.
Wrap it up!
So we got BlameAlexis.
New tunes, difficulty zones, level 11, level 12, level 22.
Which they both they're playing 22s. The first one they're playing is Papa Gonzales, which is it's a chart to score. It's really hard to score on. It's very, very fast. There's not really like a lot of room for recovery. There's a lot of bursts.
Yes, lots of bursts. Really no holds. So it's all just single notes. So this song has a low note count. So it is very hard to score well.
It also got buffed because it used to have a couple of notes where there were holds and a couple of just jumps, bracket jumps that gave you a lot of life back. But since that came from XX to Phoenix, they got rid of those and they're only worth 1 now. So the notes that were there are no longer there. So it's even still, I think it's only about 1,000 notes. So everything really counts and it's super brutal.
Got this. I want you with me. You know, it's just like my garage. It's you, me, and Ryan.
That's the pad check note. Yeah, as you already see, a lot of bursts. And it doesn't stop. Like the chart itself, the patterns aren't bad, but the problem is that you need the stamina to have to do these bursts, especially accurately too. Both looking pretty good so far. Nara only picking up a couple misses on that burst right there.
Both players are getting a couple of drops, so it's looking pretty close so far. It looks like their accuracy is pretty well. Just gonna come down to the bursts.
Finale, too.
Here we go. Here's the first one. Okay.
Wow.
Both did really well. Here comes another one. Ooh.
Wow.
One drop.
All right,
from...
Narwhal. I see you. I see you.
Okay, this is their break. Here comes another one. Last one.
Narwhal trying to cheat.
Ooh.
Yeah, Narwhal trying to cheat there kind of cost them a lot with the scoring, but I definitely can understand it with being tired.
Way to go!
Wow.
But that actually is a pretty big difference.
Wow! New record!
In terms of the score. Both have the same similar great counts, similar bad counts. Holy shit, I didn't realize he got 3 misses. What the fuck?
We're good with the score.
Game over!
So now we have jijon and PKP. We're gonna follow this up with jijon being on P1. Yeah. And then PKP on P2.
So again, if you do have the brackets up, this is technically, or pretty much the semifinals for the losers. So the 2 that advance is going to the losers finals. And the top 2 in the losers finals will be going on to the grand finals, which we have John Tran and Arturo. So we're getting close to the end here. You know, this is our last singles for these 2, and then we're gonna go into doubles.
We want to have a quick shout out for everybody that is spectating either in person or online, showing that you guys care for this event. It means a lot to us. We haven't had a SoCal tournament in a long time for Pomp. So, if you guys are interested,
New tunes!
I would say support the venue that is supporting us run this tournament, the Factory T-Bar over in LA area. If you guys are in the vicinity, it is definitely worth checking out.
Yes, come by Factory T-Bar. You got your rhythm games, and you get your boba. Get some balls in my mouth.
Yes, sir.
I'm probably gonna grab some after this.
I want to grab some now.
Oh. Oh, okay. Alright, both players are prepped. Jijon here, checking out on the pads, making sure it's not too slippery, not too sticky. Yes, Sal. Get over here.
No, he got auto-modded. It didn't even show yet.
It's up to you.
Do we allow?
Yeah, allow it. Go ahead. Come here, Sal. I got you. Alright, Papa Gonzales, Jijon, and PKP.
Alright. Yeah, following up with this is Csikos Post D22.
Looks like they both traded a combo break.
BKB really hitting hard on the pads to make guarantee that he
Oh, yep. Oh, dropped the combo there. They
hits
both
some of
dropped.
these nodes.
So it still looks pretty even. They both dropped about the same amount of times.
will say I'm a little concerned from PKP stomping so hard because that definitely, obviously, you're using more energy, but you need to conserve as much as you can on this chart.
There we go.
Both looking really good still.
Yeah, they're both trading drops. I think right now PKP does have one more. But we're coming in towards the end here. Aggressive turning. This is really close.
Here
we go.
Super close.
Final one.
What
Ooh,
the fuck?
oh my god.
This is a super close match.
That's the way to go.
Not as close as I thought.
Wow. New
Great count.
record.
Again, jijon only 14 rates. PKP 56.
Yeah, that definitely is the big benefactor. Holy shit.
Wait, hold on. Looks like the spectator is noticing something. Oh, it could be overtriggering. Yeah, overtriggering a little bit. But it could be due to PKP stomping really hard. So that might have caused him a couple of misjudgments. Alright, now we're moving on to Csikos Post. If you see in the brackets, in parentheses, that is going to be the turn order for who's playing Csikos Post. So PKP is going to be first, and then BlameAlexis, then jijon, and then NARWHALPRIME. Yeah, it may look like an issue, but I believe if you couldn't hear it through the mic, both Blake and I did notice he was stomping pretty hard during that song. And of course, if you are stomping that hard, you know, it will cause over triggers on other arrows. As you can see from other participants, they didn't really have an issue on that P2 side, I believe. Even with the winners, when we were playing Jupin and Neo, didn't really have an issue on that up arrow. So, unfortunately, we can't have a replay on that just due to the history of the pad.
It's also just one of those things with tournaments. That's just how it is. And unfortunately not able to fine-tune it to everyone's liking. And nobody else has really complained this entire tournament, except for this one instance, so.
Nah, Phil, I played fine on P2. What are you talking about?
This is really fast. This AV is kind of intense.
He turned it. If I remember, this song is pretty tiring.
Yeah.
And it throws you a lot across the pads.
It's not really a break. The break is like,
Oh, names. Oh, it's just one name, actually.
yeah, it's just removing one.
Looks like he tripped up there.
Yeah, you have this like long drill section that's like kind of quote unquote your break, even though it's not coming up.
It's technically your break, but in this setting, you want to make sure you're getting perfects. So you gotta focus. Looks like he's doing pretty well. Picked up about a couple. Oh, got one. But still, a lot of perfects. Hitting these really good. Nice. Oh, one drop. Still good.
Looking pretty clean so far, honestly. These judgments are gonna really add up though, that's the problem.
When we're hitting towards the end here. we go. Ooh.
Nice.
Looks like he tripped up a little bit. Get the final score here.
You did it!
936, 543. So that is it for PKP. Next is BlameAlexis. He's coming in right now.
Over!
I can hear the Elden Ring music just walking through.
Pump it up!
And then once this poll is finished on the losers finals, we are going to see 23 to 24 again. One single, one double. And for the grand finals, if you did watch the lower division yesterday, it is going to be the same format where all 4 players get to pick a personal song. The top 2 seeds will get to choose either a single or a double, and then the bottom 2 seeds will pick the remaining of what is left of a single or a double. Ooh, shaking his head. He knows this is a rough one. Wow, stage pass with 869.
That is not what you want to see going into a tournament setting.
We know this is tough. Honestly, during the banning phase, he did choose Rock the House to ban. Rock the House was in the pool, and he chose to ban that.
That's interesting. I kind of understand why. If you're not like super comfortable with doing Rock the House, there's a lot of other players that are.
Yeah.
So it's definitely one of those things where it's like pick your poison.
So let's see how he does here.
But who knows? That score could have been a while ago.
Yeah, that too.
There's a lot of scores that I know when I was playing up there, I was like, those are really old scores.
He's opting into turn, just like PKP.
Wow. Really solid.
Wow.
I also will say potentially too, one of the reasons why his score was super low is because he could have potentially, you know, got like a bad shade or
true. During the drills,
yeah,
he could have gotten a lot of greats and goods.
So we'll see.
Here we go. Up. It's like, okay. Good recovery. Good recovery. Get up. Nice.
Really solid recovery, truthfully. That could have been way worse.
And then he does have one more drill that he has to go through. But he's going through this like nothing. Here we go. Lots, pretty good judgment here. Picking up a couple breaks. No good chain, no bad chain. Nice. Trying to finish it out. This is gonna be a fat upscore.
Yeah, that's
very good.
I think it's safe to say that he beat his A+. But how much though? That's the real question.
You did it!
80,000 upscore.
Wow! New record!
Almost the triple A. 949.
Where the Jeb at?
Yes, we are hitting the time where Factory T-Bar is getting a lot of traffic over on the Boba Shop side, so we may see a couple of drops. Looks like the internet is picking back up, but we are hitting the hours of where we're getting heavy traffic, so we might experience a little bit of drops just like yesterday, but so far it's looking to stabilize again.
I like how all the players are opting to scan in on P2.
Ready? Pump it up!
Making things really easy. But we got Jijon coming up.
All right, we got Jijon here.
New teams. Difficulty zone.
So I do have a little bit of info on Jijon here. He's mainly a Burbank player. You may know him. He does have a meme video up on YouTube. I believe it was Danger S19. He's playing with his elbows on the bar, drop down.
Oh, that was him?
Yeah, that's him.
I
So he has that video up on YouTube if you have seen it. But aside from the memes, he has grown a lot as a player. Even though he has been playing for a while, I believe, you know, he's starting to get a little bit more known here. I'm not sure if this is his first tournament, but he's made it pretty far. Tomboy. That's him. Yeah, it is. That's him. jijon. Played it at the Burbank round 1. We're getting mentally prepped here.
Physically prepped too. One day, Sal. One day. Down.
Getting the crowd in with the countdown, hyping him up a little bit. He may be a little nervous. But he got his fans here. Oh, hits those very nice. Just one miss. So far, looks like all 3 players have done the turns for those. Okay, we're gonna do it again on the other side. See how he does with the turns here. Again, I only picked up 1 bad, but everything else was hit. Okay, we're gonna get into the drills now. Gotta make sure we're getting perfects here. This may be a break for those that, for those trying to pass this, but in a tournament setting, you want the best scores you can. Okay, very good. Very good. Nice.
Wow, what the fuck? That's clean. Okay. I got 1. That's still really impressive, though. That shit's hard.
Be careful with these. Nice. Pretty clean.
Wow.
Let's see if he'll keep the momentum going towards the end. Nice.
That was really
Pretty
clean.
clean at the end there. Let's see that score. 7 crates. 967.
Wow! New record!
That's what I noticed too with jijon. He's very consistent with hitting perfects.
That guarantees him to move on to the finals for losers.
So jijon, guaranteed. Unless actually it doesn't even matter. Yeah, he's guaranteed here. Right now BlameAlexis is we're good. BlameAlexis is in the spot for second. But right now it is a determining factor on how NARWHALPRIME plays it. He will need to get about, I believe it's triple S. We'll need to get the calculator out.
Yeah, what was the score on Koopah? Compared to jijon and BlameAlexis, he needed about like a 15k up score. So for him to guarantee it, he would need to get, at the minimum, a triple A plus 15. So he needs about a 965.
Yep.
About.
NARWHAL will need to get at least a 964 to take the second spot.
Possible. It's
964. He's gonna have to match jijon's performance here. So we'll see what happens. He's getting prepped here. Okay, looks like he's ready. 3, 2, 1, pop!
Alright.
Alright. He's got the countdown going.
Going into the last Csikos Post for the semifinals.
judgments here.
Wait, what?
Okay, now we're doing it again on the other side. Still pretty early right now. Can pick it back up once we get into the drills. Ooh, missing a couple of these here. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
For him to achieve that 965, like we were mentioning
It's
earlier,
really low now.
he's gonna have to pretty much perfect most of this.
Still going through it. Come on. May seem like he's tired. You know, we have been playing since almost before 1. So it's been a long day for all of us here. Especially if you're going through the losers round. You're playing a lot more compared to the ones in the winners round.
Yeah, I think at this point he's like, I just want to be done.
He's really tired. But good, he pushed through it. See the score? 922. So
that does mean that Narwhal is out, and BlameAlexis is going to be moving on to the finals for losers.
Game over.
now we have losers finals. We have myself, Koopah, Vitamins, Jijon, and BlameAlexis. So I will be gone now.
They will be drawing, so they will be a little bit of a delay on what's going to happen. But I guess I'm having Mr. PKP himself join it. How you feeling, buddy?
I no longer feel like death. I'm okay now.
Yeah, that's how I feel after I'm like, what, that release.
It really sucked having to play Papa Gonzales and then go right into that chart.
Yeah. Did you get to pick if you were first?
No.
No.
Because I was last seed.
Oh,
so I was basically forced to play back to back.
Nice.
And I think that may have been part of the strategy for the people who are looking at the brackets.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, to be honest, if I was in their position, I would do the same.
Well, this was your first tournament, yeah?
Yeah.
So how did you feel like you did really well on your first tournament?
I feel like, especially because like my first set, like I was just really close to cramping for like 5 minutes after just playing 2 songs. I'm pretty happy with the way I played. Obviously, like not feeling 100% today because like the last few days just been running this event and like getting stuff. So like, you know, not sleeping my full hours, you know, and then like troubleshooting problems, lifting stuff all day before playing. It really wears you down.
Yeah.
So I'm honestly happy with the way I played today.
Unfortunately, I will say that's kind of how tournament settings are. So it's just tournaments, you go in, you may never be that 100% that you feel like or anything like that. So the fact that you are feeling, I guess you could say tired, and made it as far as you did, it's really impressive, especially on your first one. Because I know my first 3 tournaments, I didn't even get a song.
Okay, but let's be real. A lot of my wins later on, I got really lucky with the song picks. Because in the pool where I was up against Lost Wolf and I think Alex Cilantro, those 2 singles charts were like kind of my comfort zone.
What were they again?
Murdoch singles 20 and Lucid Dream singles 21.
Oh, yeah.
And because like I know those charts by heart, basically, it's just all about execution. It was kind of like a breather. I gotta move my legs, you know, like kind of like get them to stop cramping.
Yeah.
And then I could really focus on just like trying to play better over time. And I think like you could probably notice it later on, like I kind of like adjusted to the pads too, because stepping a little too hard was like not working. I had to lift my heel higher than I'm used to. And that's part of like the tournament experience, right? Like you have to be adaptable.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how good you are on one pad. You have to be able to change and overcome like any small problem along the way.
Yes,
and
sir.
it's the same like with being an athlete. Like you always have unexpected issues.
Do you think there's something that, in preparation for another tournament, do you have something that you would change differently? Or did you even prep for this one at all? I should ask that first.
I would say I did, because I did change the days that I played before this tournament. So to answer your question, Filipino gamer, I started playing in March of last year. So it's been about a year and maybe 4 or 5 months. Never played dance games before. It was a choice between DDR and Pump. I ended up choosing Pump because I like the charting and how doubles on the higher end level played. So I started on like singles 3 through 5.
The better choice, in my opinion.
So yeah, but to answer your question about the preparation for the tournament, I play every day.
Yeah.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Even if I'm feeling unwell, like in the sense of like fatigue, or if I'm feeling like unmotivated, I will still get my ass up, sorry for the language, and drive out and just put in the work, sweat it out. Because like there's always something I know I can do better, and that's part of like what I want to do, is to play better and be a better, not just like pump it up player, but a better athlete in general.
Yeah, I know I mentioned that earlier, but I know some of you may be tuning in that like this guy does not have a spread day. He literally just said he plays just about every day, and also he doesn't have a cap. So I do want to clarify that, like even if you are somebody who is new, you don't need a cap to get a lot better. It's just depending on how much drive you have to push yourself to keep going.
Ion. What is it?
Well, I'm waiting.
Ragnarok? Wait,
No, there's no Ragnarok, bro.
Right.
We're
iRELLiA Csikos 24, is that it? No?
We're gonna see.
Hit.
Oh, hold on. I'm about to see right now. I'm bringing it live up.
Ooh, Ultimatum.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm so ready for this set now. Okay.
A little sidetrack to our conversation about my Pump It Up life story.
Yeah, let's finish that off.
But for song 1, we have Ultimatum Singles 23, which is my favorite song, by the way, and R.I.P D24,
which is one of my favorite charts for all the wrong reasons. Because people hate it. I like the chart, and I think the run's hard. But ultimately, this is going to be a fun set because of the fact that, like, these are both very different. Well, R.I.P, like I mentioned earlier with the S22, it's very technical in the first half and very run heavy in the second half. So in the regards of how the chart structures, Ultimatum S23 is not going to be too different from R.I.P, because they're both run stamina charts. But R.I.P is very technical, and that first half can really determine how well the players score if their tech is good or not.
Okay, but back to Ion's question, what level am I personally at right now? Title-wise, I'm still Expert 1, but I'm 2 songs away from Expert 2.
Oh, you're 2 away now?
Yeah, 2 away.
What 2 are you looking at?
For those of you who don't know, Expert 2 is the second title for the level 23 charts. The ones I'm eyeing are like the shortcuts. Love is a Danger Zone. Is it part 2 shortcut? It's a D23.
Bro.
And I haven't passed it because at the location I play at, it's really hard not to drop the bracket hold.
Just come to my house.
Yeah, I could probably nail that. And then, like, I have a lot of other 23s that I'm capable of doing. Personally, I hope that... What did I play recently? I can do Ignis. I almost passed that with a 960, but it was at the end of, like, a 4-hour session.
Level 23.
That chart's so dumb, so the fact that you got that almost on the end is kind of wild, but I'm going to interrupt you there as we're going to get ready to go into Ultimatum 23 with Vitamins and jijon. Yep. Gonna be the losers final, so the top 2 for this is going to determine on how or who is going to go into the grand finals. They are looking at the chart, mentally preparing.
So this is the finals for losers. So 2 eliminated, 2 to
Wait, so you're in final?
Not yet. I'm on this one.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta fight. I gotta fight.
Truthfully, I'm very excited that these are the 2 songs for the finals for losers, because this is definitely the I'm gonna fight tooth and nail to get into it.
And like Ultimatum, like the chart itself for the Csikos 23 is not like technical. It's all about speed and foot placement.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see how these players do.
The intro, very friendly patterns, not too hard, not too except for the one song right there. A little slow down if you want to call it. Right, Vitamins not getting a turn it. Respectfully, this is like the only real point that you can get in this track.
Yeah. After this slowdown section, we go into the run. And it goes from a straightforward run into some technical holds and tapping into a twist, I think.
These players can execute this section really well. Looking pretty even so far. Jijon, a couple misses, couple drops.
Yeah, there are the holds.
Wow, both these players, like,
Okay.
it's still, like, all perfect.
The run doesn't start.
Wow.
Doesn't stop.
Vitamin picking up a couple misses. This is still really anyone's game. Super close.
Right.
Close on the bracket show. This is where the difference really spikes up. Vitamin dropping a little bit. Jijon still dropping a lot on the brackets.
Alright, comes down to this final ending. A little bit of a slowdown here.
So include the slowdown time as a short shoot at 25, but it's still pretty rough if you don't know it. Looks like both these players are doing really good. Jijon only dropping 1, Vitamin dropping the infield. This is super close. I wonder who is actually going to take that.
It could go either way, honestly.
That is anybody's game.
9-6-1 by Jijon. Well done.
New record!
I think the good count was like the big factor. Oh, Jijon didn't die. Wow, what the hell?
Yeah.
That's great. Dude, that's a ginormous axe on score too. What the fuck? Dude, 50K? Holy fuck.
He didn't have a score on this before either. This is probably his first time passing it.
And what
Game
sucks,
over.
he doesn't even save to his card. That's what sucks.
Yeah.
Event mode, baby, gotta love it.
But once you do it, you know, you're gonna go back and be like, I know I can do this.
Keep it up!
That's the mentality. When you can do it once, you can do it again. It does suck having
New
to do it.
tunes. Use your custom strat.
Yeah, it's like every time I go back and play Ragnarok Csikos 21, like I'm just gonna be like, man, I really peaked.
I feel like there's gonna be a point where you're gonna play that, and you're gonna be like, how the hell did I ever even struggle with this?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's how I felt with a lot of charts, honestly. Like, stuff like where stamina was an issue when I'm playing 18s, like now, like those are like my warm-ups. Or I'll even play no bar on some parts of those charts.
18 is perfect. It's like, ah, yes.
Yeah.
Nice and easy. To get me to flow into the rest of my set.
So, moment of silence before they're getting into it.
I need to change
Because once this
names.
song starts, they don't stop.
We no longer have Vitamin C and Jijon, we have Koopah and Alex dropping quite a few. Alex still dropping quite a few of them. Koopah not giving any leeway for recovery at all. He is going in. He's feeling
Koopah
himself.
going into that grind.
He combo that
But
snare.
full combo so far.
One back, two backs. That's it. That's so good. No misses. Might have been one right there, but that's still okay. He is not giving any sort of leeway. He is super cutthroat for him. My man said, I am fucking taking home with him up. Jesus.
I think that's like 4 bats. I don't know if I've seen a miss.
It might have been a miss that was thrown in there. What a crazy performance.
I'm gonna guess that's a 9.75 on Koopah's end.
Maybe.
Yeah, 9.73.
Fantastic!
What the fuck, dude?
3 miss, 8 bad. Absolutely mental, considering he also just played Catharsis D24.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Like, that is an insane score to get. And mind you, this guy is also carrying all of the equipment for the tournament, so he's also been lifting stuff all day, too.
Yeah, what,
Game over!
right before, and then had to wait a pull, and then get back into it, and then almost even double as a plus. That's a pretty high bar, and Vitamins, being below jijon, and even Koopah, he's gonna have to really pull through on RIP in order to
New
get
teams, difficulty zone level 16. Level 20, level 24.
Fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you view it, he is the first one, so he is absolutely where he needs to be. So if he can set that bar really high and have other players, you know, not get as good of a score, that's will make him get through. Because granted, even though he is technically third in terms of the Ultimatum score, it was only down by like 8K-ish. So as long as he has a 8K lead on jijon, then that will be okay.
3, 2, 1.
Let me also change it over the names. I got a little distracted. RIP. We saw this earlier with the S22, and just like the S22, this pretty much follows the exact same formula of the chart structure. So you're going to see a lot of tech holds, you see right here. This is a very hard section or a very easy section, depending on the turn. Let me rephrase what I said. The intro is a lot harder than the outro, or the outro is a lot harder than the intro. Depending on who you ask, which so far Vitamin looking relatively comfortable, only picking up a couple misses on it.
Combos the entire intro. That's pretty impressive.
Wow, that's, yeah.
And he's manual stepping them. He doesn't cheat all of those.
Yeah, this is more. Is this still a break section? It's not as much of a break as like the single 22. It's definitely still a break. And even still, like this next part that comes up with these holds, I wouldn't even really call it a break either. Because like this hold section, depending on how you do it, if you're doing it all legit, except for this part, it can be kind of tiring into going into the finale. And it's honestly super awkward to even like do hills for a lot of these like yellows and blues. If you're not used to it, like he got out of it really cleanly. Only got one miss going into the finale. So we decided to cheat that, respectively so. It's really hard to execute legit. The snare really is getting ahead, trying to pick up the singles at the end, get into the bracket drills. Is it going to be enough for the finale? He needs to hit all of it. Oh!
Right at the end.
Unfortunately, dies right
So
at the end.
close
But
to the
honestly,
pass.
stage pass doesn't matter as long as the score is good. Which that was a very good score.
I knew you
9.57. That's super good.
Yeah. Set the bar really good for everybody else. So like I mentioned earlier, he needs to be 1K above jijon in order to move on to the grand finals. So,
Do we know what order these players are playing doubles in?
yeah, so Vitamin just played, obviously, and then now it's
Oh,
gonna
is it this number?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
going to be Koopah, who's going to be playing second. And following up with that is BlameAlexis and jijon being fourth. I also am pretty sure BlameAlexis, but I've been calling him Alex this whole entire time, so I'm not going to finish that at this point.
Alright, looks like he's in the zone.
How his intro was, but I can definitely tell that he's doing really okay, even with that one drop on this whole section that's right here. I think this is arguably an easier part than the beginning part with the first build. Still clean, even with that one drop. Going into the little half section before the taps.
Now let's see how he cruises through the section before the final run.
I will say one advantage that Vitamins have with this chart over the other players was that they are pretty familiar with this chart, as this was a qualifier in the most recent Avalanche, but only happened a few months ago. So they definitely have the upper hand of chart knowledge and knowing when and where to move. Koopah hitting a snare, hitting a couple judgments with the greats and the bats and stuff, still looking really clean enough to where it's really close if it's going to be a pass or not, but ultimately that is going to be a really solid score regardless.
956, 900. That's literally 97 points right behind with Vitamins.
97?
97.
Wow. That's wild.
On the dot. Nice shot, Koopah.
Alright.
Next up we have BlameAlexis.
The man's watching in. Everyone typing him up.
Game over.
Yep. You were behind him by 97 points. 97, that's less than
Pump it up.
That was the one note that held you back from passing.
And it's funny because you and Ryan both missed that one note.
New tunes. Difficulty zone level 17, level 18. Level 10, level 24.
Like, I know we're kind of just waiting for him to, like, get through the song selection. But I cannot wait to just eat after this event is over.
That's why I munched on something. I couldn't go through the rest of it without it.
I had a nut protein bar at 8 a.m. today, and I haven't eaten anything since.
I've had, I think, 2 bowls of cereal this morning at like 8, same. And then I think I had 1 piece of milk bread that was provided by Gillian. And then, yeah, now I'm eating this. My energy is definitely replenished because of it, thankfully. Do you want some, by the way?
Yeah. I'll take a piece.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I forgot to ask you about it. I will say this is,
Thank you.
yeah. It's going to be very interesting to see how well he does, because he definitely had that new, I call it above the difficulty level. So I don't think he's ever played this before.
Based on his like foot positioning, it does feel like he looks a little uncomfortable.
Started.
Section.
I will say, if you're not familiar with it, it is really uncomfortable. Hell, even if you are, it can be uncomfortable regardless. Still really doing pretty well on it. But the bar is really high. I'm looking at the score, and if I had to guess, he would pretty much have to get like a double S or triple if he was wanting to move on, which is a pretty ridiculously high bar to reach.
Alright, since he hasn't really played this chart too much, I'm assuming, I'm curious how it'll be on this hold section. Alright, final run. Let's see it.
Yeah, this where it gets hard.
He's doing all the twists. Come on, let's go.
I think he accepted the defeat, but at least it's going out gracefully by completing the song. Solid performance
Strong push.
for him to just keep pushing.
912, 909. Not bad, especially like if that's your first time playing. That's still a respectable score to get.
Yeah, unfortunately, that does mean that he is officially out of the tournament, which I gotta say, huge round of applause. This man definitely keeping people giving them a run for their money.
Game
I would not
over.
want to be kicked out by another man. To make it to losers finals.
Did we check if Jijon was the last one to play doubles last round? He was, right? Yeah, Michael.
Yeah, Jijon's last.
So I think the strategy for the single double chart is that he'll play either first or second depending on his seed, and he'll try to save energy. That seems to be what his plan is.
It's a good strategy to, you know, be able to recover your energy.
And that's the perk of seeding higher, like you get the right to say, I want a longer break.
Difficulty zone, level 17. Level 24.
Crowd cheering him on. I do see he doesn't have the new, so that means he has at least played it. But he doesn't have a score, which is weird, because he can't die on this chart. So that means I think whenever he was attempting it, he probably had life or pass jijon.
But I'm also curious because, like, I've seen some players who don't have a score, but they look like they know the chart by heart. So I'm curious if that means that they played it on a previous pump version and they just haven't gotten around to it on Phoenix, or maybe if they practice on a different card.
That's definitely possible with the other card. Well, I can definitely tell you with this chart in particular, they did not practice in our prior pump mix because this came out in like the third update, I believe.
Yeah.
Third or second, one of the two.
Well, Ryan, you need to be ruthless. You need violence in your life. Second from the final boss, the two. Whoever's the winner of grand finals has to go against Ryan. No, I'm the final boss before.
So that's why I was just about to thank your goggles. I was actually just about to do the math to see how much he was needing, which that does look correct, where he needs about 48, 948.
Ooh, a little chain of pads on the drills there.
That's super unlucky. It's also really easy to pick up anything but perfects on that part too.
Also, the fact that he doesn't have a score, maybe him playing for it allows him to watch how other players approach the chart so he can decide whether he wants to cheat it or do it legit, or how to attack certain patterns, at least based on how he's feeling. Makes it to the break.
I will say though, he pretty much needs a AAA. I know he has a little, like 2K leeway, but the two players that did just get a AAA pretty much almost just passed it. So
yeah,
I feel like the expectation if he is wanting to get a AAA is to get a pass with this.
And also that mental pressure of having the bar set so high already.
Yeah, but you have this crowd cheering him on, you're gonna have all that adrenaline going through you, and I would love to see him push to get this shit.
Let's see if he misses that same first note that Koopah and his Vitamins does. Nope, he nails it.
Alright, he's gotta go in. He's doing a really good job so far though, but this is where it gets hard with these turns. Definitely nice cheating it. He's gonna have to hit the stair though. Hit most of it. It's looking really good so far.
Try the drills, here we go.
How he's gonna do on the drills. Really close.
Very close to a stage pass.
Is it gonna be enough though?
It's a 945, 091.
That was so close.
And that will put him just under 10K below Vitamins and Koopah, who have nearly identical scores for this chart specifically. And with that, the total points tally out. Koopah and Vitamins will move out of this pool, and Jijon and Alexis, unfortunately, are eliminated from the tournament.
Yo, even though Alexis and Jijon just got out, like, I definitely want to give credit where credit's due. They fucking push. They've made it really far, and they definitely deserve that recognition.
Exactly.
So that
And
being said,
the interesting thing is that both players, for Jijon and Alexis, were probably unfamiliar with the chart.
yeah.
So scoring that high, even though it's not like a comfort pick, is super hard.
Yeah, no, and that's definitely was something I was also mentioning earlier, is I know Vitamins and Koopah are more familiar in because it was a qualifier for the most recent Avalanche, so they had a lot of practice going into that as they were in that event as well.
So it looks like Vitamins and Koopah will be moving to the grand finals as we are done with the losers bracket.
And along with jqtran and Arturo. So those would be our final four. And it looks
Would you like to set it to full screen later?
Yeah, give me one sec. As they are gonna figure out what they are wanting to pick, we're gonna go into the intermission, and we'll be back in a little bit once we get an idea. Okay. If
Thank
you want
you,
a live
guys.
update as well, I would say use exclamation point bracket so that way you guys have an idea of what is being picked. We'll be back though. All right. They're currently still updating what songs are getting picked, but I heard that they are updating it live right now. So I want to give you the live reaction of what we're going to be. In case y'all don't know how this Grand Finals worked, obviously there's 4 players for the Grand Finals, and everything has to be 24 and above. each player gets to pick a song, but there's an order of what the songs are, and it has to be 2 doubles and 2 singles. And so the seed is gonna be who picks first. Oh my god! All right.
Well.
All right.
You guys, for those of you who don't have the bracket open, you're in for a shock.
Oh, bro, what the fuck? This is so fucked up.
We're about to see the last song. Here we
All
go.
right,
What's it gonna be?
Dude, what the fuck? I'm waiting for it before I say it. I want to see the entire set so I can tell y'all what it is all at once.
I'm gonna guess this was Koopah's pick.
I fucking hope so.
Oh, that's not too bad.
That's pretty bad. What the fuck are you on about? Alright, so we got
That
Chimera.
is not too bad.
And I guess, yeah, in comparison to everything else, sure. But
It's
regardless,
doable.
this is fucking Chimera D26. It's Kugutsu D27. Brown Sky S25 and iRELLiA S24.
Okay.
This is going to be a fucked up finale, but I wouldn't want it any other way.
Are they playing it in that order specifically?
Yes.
Okay, so the thing about iRELLiA is that it's not too bad. It's foot speed, and it's studying the chart to know how to rotate your body for like specific hold section. But
That is like arguably one of the hardest 24s.
yeah, but like
And also, you tell me that's not fucked up whenever you have to play Chimera, Kugutsu, and Brown Sky right before.
no, I get that part, but I'm talking about the chart itself alone is not as bad as you're making it out to be. Unfortunately, Rom was not able to make it today, so he is currently not playing. But man,
Alright.
Kugutsu D27, was that your pick, Koopah?
John Tran definitely. Yeah, John Tran's was
Ah.
Chimera, I can tell you that.
Okay. So it's John Tran picked Chimera D26.
Yeah, which makes sense just because John Tran's very good at tech stuff, so he's going to pick a very hard tech chart that will make it a living hell for all the other players. Arturo, you can thank him for Kugutsu D27. It goes in the order.
And then
the seeds.
Koopah following up with Brown Sky 25 into iRELLiA 24 for Vitamins. And the thing about that song pick from Vitamins, which doesn't surprise me, is because I've talked to him about that singles 24 chart a lot, and it's one of the ones that I'm closer to passing out of all the other singles 24, mostly because that song is a song buff for me. I do like the song.
It's a good song. I like it a lot too, but to me
And-
it's hard.
He passed it recently, like within the last month, so
Oh, yeah.
it's probably a comfort pick for him too.
So, we are playing Chimera 26 first, like we had mentioned. There is a specific order that is going, and it's going to be Vitamins, Koopah, Arturo, and Jontred, which actually is just the reverse seeding.
No,
actually,
Brown Sky was picked by Koopah.
yeah, so yeah, the order
Vitamins
for
picked
everything-
iRELLiA singles 24.
The order for everything is Vitamin, Koopah, Arturo, and then Jontred. That's how it's going to be for all the charts moving forward.
3, 2, 1.
I'm pretty sure Vitamins does not have too much experience with actually playing this chart because it is a difficult one, and like I think I've only seen him personally play 25s max.
Yeah, this is a chart too where it's like you kind of need to know where you need to be because there's just a lot of shit that you don't really see in any other chart too much, if at all. So like having the chart knowledge is really going to be helpful and beneficial to anybody who has at least attempted this player. But you can also say the same thing with every 26 and above, truthfully. You definitely need to know where you need to be at all times. And even still, for someone who probably doesn't play this chart really ever, looking pretty good. But this whole section is definitely really hard for a lot of people. Drops a couple of them, which is not the worst.
Oh, that pattern is disgusting.
Yeah. We also got this one that's coming up, which is funny. You can definitely tell Vitamin has not really looked at this chart or played this chart a lot, just because of the fact that like he's definitely reacting to where he needs to be. At least he knows about the 6 nodes.
There you go. Good
See how much
push.
that's gonna get him though. That's the real question.
See where that lands him up. I think those holds are killer, even though they're not worth very many nodes.
Easy.
865 343. And it's especially important to point out that like this chart is probably his kryptonite because his skill set lies in stamina and streams. All of these like bracket stuff, especially like on public pads that I've seen him play on, he struggles. Not only because it's something he's not familiar with, but also his weight. Because he's a much lighter player overall, and so when you have public pads that are undersensitive for these kind of techie charts, it makes it much difficult for him to practice.
I know he particularly plays at PHM, so that place especially, you know, I really want to play something like Chimera. FTV, thankfully, you can get away with it more. As you can
Online difficulty zone double. Level 26.
I was able to
over.
pass iRELLiA D20 because the pads were just recently modded here.
Yeah, you cannot do that at PHM. That is a nightmare. All right, Koopah. Gotta change the name. What a fucking wild. Yeah, this is like out of everybody, I anticipate JqtRan having the highest score. And I imagine everyone. I don't know really Arturo super well in the sense of like his higher level. I don't really know his background at all. So, but he's made it this far, so he's definitely proven that he is very capable of playing high-end stuff at least, or he's just really good at the lower-end stuff. But he did pick Kugutsu D27, so I would like to believe that he's at least familiar with this chart because of that. Because this is a fucked up 26, but it's still an easier 26.
Ooh,
Wow, that was really
the reverse drill.
That was really good. You just gotta hit. If you can hit most of these holds.
Man, that pattern is just so dumb. I hate it.
Only drop really 2, which is not terrible, because obviously he's not going pretty fast at this point. He's just trying to hit what he can.
See how he finishes this one out.
Yeah, just trying to hit as much as you can.
Well done.
That was really good. You know, for not really ever playing that chart.
You think that's a 900?
I think so.
Very
So
easy.
close.
I don't think so now.
Yeah, 891206. Almost there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see all these players in the finals just shaking their heads at like how ridiculously tough this chart is.
Game over.
Yeah. Who else but JqtRan?
Then pump it up. I'm hot, my forever the sauce spotlight. Night bar, I'm star. New tunes. Difficulty zone double. Level 17. Level 23. Level 26. Over.
Well, what I noticed is that he didn't have any of the new icons on, like iRELLiA and Origami. So that tells me that he's at least attempted to play at 26. So that being said, if he's attempted to at least play those charts, then he has definitely a somewhat familiarity of Chimera. So that I don't anticipate him having a super low score. So now I know where the bar is in that regard just from seeing that alone.
I'm not 100% sure. I want your opinion on this, but when I was watching Arturo play earlier, I noticed that he was really good at doing all twists on singles charts specifically.
Yeah.
I'm curious on how that would carry over to double charts later. On the higher level.
I'm not entirely sure. I know a chart like this, if he can do a lot of the twists, that will definitely factor in a lot. Where that would actually come into play the most, if anything, would be for like Brown Sky. In terms of like the doubles for Chimera and Kugutsu, like you're not gonna really try to do it. You're just gonna try to hit as much as you can. Shout out to Drippy. Hello, friend. Wish you were here. Dropping a couple bolts right there. Just hitting most of these.
Ooh. Huh.
So if I had to take a guess, because I'm still learning about Arturo, I would have to take a gander that he is weaker at tech and better at like straightforward charts or fast charts.
Well done. Good push.
Where does that land him though in terms of the score?
And drum roll, please. That lands him at an 876,881.
So when
Well, now I'm really curious on how John Tran is going to play this one because it was his pick.
yeah, he's gonna play well. If he doesn't get at least a 900, I would be surprised. Like if he gets below that, like I don't know what the fuck is going on with him.
Do you know if he has a score on this?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He's expert 9, right?
Bro,
You know-
I don't know anyone in the pump scene. I literally started playing this game like a year ago.
That's fair. Well, yeah, he's expert 9, which means he's cleared 327s. So he definitely
Okay.
has the score on this.
Alright, understandable.
And John is really good at tech, so that is why whenever I saw him pick Chimera, that makes a lot of sense. That is definitely his strong suit.
I'm just reading chat.
Game over.
Koopah says he's reading chat.
Oh, Drippy's in here.
Yeah, I know. I wish he was just here.
They moved it up.
Okay, I do know who Happy Feets was because when I was learning the game, his YouTube tutorials came up. So, that's how I know. And then I happened to accidentally run into him in person.
Difficulty zone single level
Also at the same
18,
time that I met
level 20.
Tenchi in person
Level
too,
26.
coincidentally.
Over.
You remember that day, right?
Was that PHM?
No, it was at... We met, but we didn't talk at PHM.
Oh no.
But it was the
that-
day when we were at Phil's and there were hella bodies at his place.
Was that when was Vince?
Yeah, that was when Vince was there.
Okay. I don't remember it completely because there was a lot of people. I do remember when you went to Phil's. Also, by the way, look at his score.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that should give you an idea of
Okay.
can he pass it or not. He's gonna score well. That's not even like that was never a question.
Well, let's see how he's feeling today, because he has been playing pretty much for almost the entirety of the day. I think he started like maybe around 2 p.m. and then he's been on and off.
This is a walk in the park for him. Yeah. The day I really remember you is when I was over at Phil's with Kenji and Johnny, and you were going for like events 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And then you were like, you almost cleared E2 S22 that same day. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yep. I think that was like my first try too.
Yeah, I was baffled. Speaking of being baffled, this dude's just like not really missing. I don't really got a lot to say. Yeah, this is just pretty much art, so.
It's so interesting to get to see his footwork like up close, because he's on his toes all the time.
Yeah, he's a toe-heavy player for sure.
And it's also like everything he does because of that is with intent.
Dude, what
Nails all of that.
What the fuck, dude? That is so fucking hard. And he just comboed through that. Let's go, John.
Last run.
Come on, pass this shit, dude.
Oh. Ah.
Yeah, he fell, so he didn't care. He got the win.
Still, probably maybe at least like a 920, 910,
I would say like 940.
934.
Let's meet in the middle and shake hands on that. I typed in a number that's not what that is. There you go.
Very good score. Like that song alone has given him at least a 3 to 4K advantage in terms of points. And when you're playing in these,
So it doesn't work like that.
oh, does it not?
It does not. I forgot to mention that. That's why you're good. So the way this works is that each song is its own category, and you get points depending on what rank you are in that category. And so if you're first, you get 5. If you're second, you get 2. Yeah, you get 3. Sorry. If you're third, you get 2, and if you're fourth, you get 1. So essentially, it's accumulated how many you get in total. So the highest you can get is 20, and the lowest you can get is 12.
That means like really winning your song hit is something you have to try to do.
Yes.
Because otherwise you're gonna struggle with rebuilding that point system because it's so skewed towards first place.
Ideally, if you can get like second for a majority of these songs, that would be the best case scenario. Obviously, do better, duh. But the higher seed that you can place, the better it is overall. Just because of the fact that some of the stuff may be really out of your comfort zone. Like maybe, for example, like John Tran's really good at Chimera, but he's absolutely terrible at Brown Sky. So, you know, if he can get second place on Kugutsu and iRELLiA, then that would, you know, give him that edge. But ultimately, we're going into Kugutsu, one of my personal favorite songs in this game.
This one has the stop freeze gimmicks.
Yes,
you
sir.
can see here.
Thankfully, though, if you're watching his footwork, you can cheat a lot of this, which is what you're going to be doing. And it's what you're pretty much going to see from everybody. Because it's really fast at 220, and if you're not super familiar with this song and the chart, then it's gonna really be rough because the stop gimmicks do
It makes it
impact
to
a
the
lot.
first hold.
To the drills.
This is like the section where you just have to chill and get ready for the next run. Because I think there's a hold tap part, right? Where you're kind of hopping.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, there we go.
And then it goes into a anchor with the blues on the left. Oh, I lied. It's reds.
jumps are kind of like supposed to be your break, but like it's so hard to catch your breath.
There's no breaks on 27. It's just non-stop, dude.
Nah, this is a break.
Yeah, like I said, there's no break. That's it, right there. There you go. Into 220 drills. And that hold section, I'm sure if any of you don't even remotely look at this, you're like, what the fuck is even happening? It's very confusing and technical. Like, you definitely need to know where you need to be.
Alright, last part.
Ryan just praying to hit whatever he can. Getting really gassed out, as you can see. Actually hitting most of that stair, honestly, really, really good. A little bit more.
Gotta hit these holds.
Yeah, that shit sucks though. Even those jumps, even after you get through with that hell, you still have to hit the holds.
Good push.
And the jumps.
That'll land him a 786. 053. And honestly, like, memorizing that stop freeze gimmick is so hard. Like, especially like if you're not like a gimmick heavy player, like that is not something that comes natural to you.
I also want to point out 786 seems really low. It's not.
Yeah.
For a 27 in a chart that this guy probably has never fucking looked at, it's definitely nothing to scoff at. That is a really impressive read, especially with how deep he is and playing losers pretty much non-stop for the past 3/4 sets. Really good performance from Vitamin. And then you gotta follow up with the same sort of trail with also playing with I don't know how it is for other people. I haven't really, can't really relate to it too much, and it could be because I really like this song. So like, it makes total sense to me when it does happen. So for me, it sounds natural, but I also can understand like the stop gimmick in general can be really hard on people to like have to actually study the song and understand it when it comes up and all that stuff.
Just curious, have you ever tried this chart?
No, because I don't. Dude, fuck no.
You don't like pain and torture?
I don't want to play a 27 at 220, but I can barely pass a 24. I am good. I've done Paradox once because Benji forced me to when I was Advanced 3. That was terrible.
Alright, Koopah. Let's see what he's got.
But yeah, I mean, I also like he was saying, I don't really have like first-hand experience on the stop gimmicks.
Kind of just bracketing, trying to see if he can gain goods or goods to keep combo.
Yeah.
Alright, his first break.
Really good, honestly. Like, you hit a majority of it, which is what you're needing. Like, there's no, like, real strategy too much. It's just know what you can get away with cheating and just gain as much as you can for these guys. The only one... What the fuck?
Close.
God,
Kind of cruises through those bracket drills.
Yeah, I think he's trying to just use as much as he can right here. Serve right here. He said, fuck these jumps. Get what he can. Come on, Koopah! Come on, Johnny! Don't you fucking stop!
Alright, last part. Here we go.
Let's go, Johnny! Let's go, Johnny! Just trying to end the whole Respectable.
Good push.
Solid performance, dude. Sorry about y'all's ears. That was super loud.
That'll land him at an 829, 152.
I just put him above Vitamins, so he's at least guaranteed third.
Doesn't look too hot right now. Just trying to catch his breath, but that's expected. These starts really take the wind out of him. I think so. On the topic of having personal experience playing 27s, the first 27 I ever played was Catharsis D27 for the memes. And this was, mind you, this was when I was advanced like 2 or 3. I was barely playing 21s.
I love the idea of you just
Game
playing a
over.
27 like at all. It's just the idea of it is just hilarious to me.
And like for the next 3 days, I could not walk properly. So that tells you what like a 27 will do to you if you have an untrained body. And fortunately though for me in that playthrough, I got the world's first 420 miss on
I actually
Catharsis.
saw that video recently because I just
Did it pop up on the recommended?
No, I saw your channel and I was looking through and I was like, what the fuck is this? Because I was like, world's first, whatever, and I was like,
Ooh, what's this?
I'm like, this dude's trolling. And then I realized I read the title and the rest of it, I was like, oh, 420 minutes. I'm like, oh, okay.
Difficulty zone level 17. Level 19.
Yeah, whoever can replicate a 420 miss on Catharsis D27, please upload a YouTube channel
Level 26.
or a YouTube
Over.
video on your channel. I will definitely take a look.
I will say the closest thing I have experience to this gimmick is the S23, which is similar to
But
the 25.
those are slowdowns, right? Not like freezes.
I think those fucked me up more, to be honest. Wait, he's fucking doing it. What the fuck? This guy's insane. I cannot believe he's like not just cracking popping this. That he's like actually trying to do it. I respect the shit out of this dude.
First break, and then he's got to just go.
Is he a NorCal player? I've never heard of this guy before.
I think so. I can confirm. Give me a second.
Alright, we're gonna find out.
So Arturo is one of the NorCal players here.
Okay. I was like, if he's a local, I'm like, where the fuck does he play? I'm like, I feel like I would have heard about this guy at least once.
Alright. Gats.
What's crazy is like, he doesn't really look that tired. Like, he looks like he's kind of just vibing right now. Granted, you know, he's pushing, he's still getting misses. Like, he doesn't look like he's struggling for dear life at the moment.
Alright, almost there. Good.
Wow. He's hitting a lot of this.
He has all the holds.
Wow, he actually got most of the jumps too.
What a good push.
I definitely think that beats Koopah.
848, 559.
Really solid.
Well done.
Now, for the raid boss.
Up next, John Tran.
It's funny because I talked to John Tran recently about this, and he does have three of the 27 clears. This is, and he believes that this would be realistically the next one that he's going to be able to get. I don't know how close I know he kind of mentioned it, that he does get to relatively close to the end. Obviously, that's where the difficulty of every pump chart gets stupid hard, but
Game over.
especially with a 27, you don't really get a lot of room for recovery, so you just have to go in and being able to know how to conserve as much energy as you can, and then going into the finale, which
Pump it up.
it's just all of notes. It takes a lot of knowledge and discipline and
New
practice to get to
tunes.
that point.
Difficulty zone double. Level 26 over.
It'd be crazy if we saw him get his first score on this today.
It would. Is it gonna happen? I mean, it's possible. I would love to see
Nothing
it.
is impossible.
I'd say it's possible. If it's possible, it's popsicle. Watch him get in. That goes into a VOD now.
Yeah, back on the topic of event mode, not saving your scores to your personal card.
Oh, dude, that would fucking suck.
I know, right?
That would suck. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be like, I wish he doesn't because of that reason, but like, that would be the worst if that actually was the case. It doesn't seem too hard if you passive. But yeah, out of all the players, like he's definitely the most familiar with the chart, so I don't imagine that his scoring on this is going to be the highest compared to the other players. As you can see, he's so full life, knowing how and when to manipulate, when to hop.
Makes it to the first break.
Getting past the intro really has extensive knowledge of it. You can definitely tell he's been putting in time and effort into this chart to
Should be chilling here.
get it.
Got to mentally prep for the next section.
This is selling for them right now. So John. That's a lot of life from here. Oh, I lied. That's only 20. That ain't worth shit. It's the next hole after this. That's what gives me a lot of life. He's fucking comboing this. I need to overhelp a little bit. Dropping just a bit. That's fine. He's gonna get a lot of it right back here.
Ah!
Okay, I guess I lied again. I guess I really don't know these holes. Yeah. At this point, he's just trying to get what he can. I think he relatively secured the win in terms of the story, just without the intro in the middle of it, compared to everybody else, and now he's just trying to conserve and just get what he can.
Such a solid push by John Tran here.
But generally speaking, it's him conserving at the end is definitely important, just so that way he still has to play two really
Very
good
easy.
An 842, 268.
I lied. He actually,
842.
yeah, he got second on that. He actually, Arturo actually beat him on that.
And I think this may go back to the point where he was trying to do those intro patterns legit. Those do add up.
Oh yeah.
So, like, in a surprising turn of events, like, being more tired for the ending, but still trying to do that intro the way it's technically intended, kind of paid off for him there.
Dude, what the fuck? I did not expect that to happen. This is definitely just anybody's game at this point.
Yep.
Pump it up.
Holy shit. Okay, we got ourselves a tournament here, folks.
Difficulty zone level 11.
So I have a fun fact in case you didn't hear.
Level 4
According to Koopah's smartwatch, playing Kugutsu D27 meant he ran 0.31 miles.
My man about to run a marathon. Let's play it 2 more times.
Okay, but to be honest, he has been running recently. Like that's something he's been doing physically outside of pump,
Yeah.
and it's part of his regimen. So he does have that going for him.
Brown sky. Poopy sky. This sure is a chart. I'm really bad at changing names. I love how every time I want to change it, it's just him playing.
It's okay. We're all super absorbed into these matches.
3,
Yeah.
2,
I do apologize about that. It's been a long day. But that's okay, we're in the final 2 songs, which Brown Sky used to be a 24, but then they buffed it and they made it a 25. Some people argue it should have always been a 25. I have no comment as I don't know this chart really that well. Not like it matters, I can't even play this shit even if I did. So it follows the same structure of like iRELLiA, where it's got a lot of these like weird tech bracket rules. The whole first half, and then it builds up into a run, and then where the quick round box section of it comes in, and then in the finale does more of the highlight stuff. Again, you get kind of a break here, but not really at the same time. They're all talented. So if you miss 1 or 2, like it does add up really quickly on your life. True, coming out really good. Vitamin, you need a couple misses there.
No bar.
The guy feeling himself really quick. Trying to relax. Vitamins going into this really ridiculous bracket run part. Vitamin holding on to dear life at the moment. Still alive. Didn't make it through, unfortunately. Arturo still looking pretty healthy. Overall, really good too. Vitamin just trying to hit what he can at this point. I think the fatigue is really starting to hit him at this stage of the tournament. Arturo's still looking like he can actually potentially pass this, except for that whole section, which is a really, really brutal part. Now we're just closing out the finale of the chart with the ending being done.
Well done. Good push.
Okay, let's
923, 810 by Arturo, and a 920 by 359 by Vitamins over here. Very close score.
What happened? I can't really see. Goods and the bads. Wow, what the fuck? That's wild that was even that close. It's definitely the good and the bad. I'm really upset at that at all times.
Game over.
Next up, we got Koopah and John Tran playing side by side. The internet is down, yes. Yes. Unfortunate.
R.I.P. Chad.
It just dropped.
As long as the recording's still going,
This is really important for having like partway through the grand finals.
Hello, everyone.
Pretty much the end.
I'm hot. My butt.
Really sucks.
New difficulty zone single remix.
But
Thankfully, they got this do because that's what they did on.
Yeah.
Which they couldn't do without the card.
Exactly.
At least we're past that, so the rest of it they can just play normally. Unfortunate.
David. David.
The internet went out again. Thank you.
Johnny. Wait.
We can connect it with the hotspot again if you want to wait a sec.
Are you trying to use the internet for stream? Because the upload speed is not good enough. The upload is not good enough. Like I already lowered the bit rate. We're getting like off of his phone. We're getting 800 kilobits. We need.
Thank you though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unlucky. Alright, going into Brown Sky 25 for Koopah and jqtran sets. R.I.P to the online Twitch viewers. Unfortunately, the internet is down, so we can do about it.
We've got connection.
Potentially, are we back?
At least the Google Doc is online.
Someone on chat. I need to say hello.
We're timed out, and it's gonna try to reconnect in that timer when it counts down.
Well, going into the first break, kind of looking at the leader, but both players look pretty decent in terms of.
And we are back.
Hi, chat.
Sorry for the interruption for those of you tuning into the live stream. There was an internet outage, but hopefully it stays up for the rest of the grand finals.
I would hope so. Sorry about that. Unfortunately, there's something that we can really do about it. To give you a little insight on what's going on right now, jqtran is, I believe, currently at least a little bit, but it's been really close in terms of the judgments and stuff like that. Koopah looking a lot more comfortable on this chart. Very comfortable. Not really struggling too much. Keeping his own hold with jqtran. jqtran is struggling to just live at this point. I definitely think this is a Koopah chart.
Koopah just cruising through that section.
Wow, nice.
Ah!
Has the
Come on,
war
Koopah.
cry. That was
Passing
really
Brown Sky
clean.
D25. Solid performance.
You did it!
947, 708.
Almost.
Well done.
Triple. Take a photo.
Yeah, he's sad that it's not on his card, but they'll do it again.
Over.
Next time it's gonna be a AAA, right?
That was close.
Yeah, he was close.
Yeah, it
Back on.
got back on halfway through.
So I would like to say on Koopah's behalf, hello YouTube. That's a big episode.
I'm hot. New tunes. Series zone. Level 11. Level 12. Level 24 over.
Isn't this dude expert 9 or something? Which one? Koopah is expert.
That's John Tran. That's who expert 9 is.
John Tran is expert 9.
Doesn't mean he's a god at every chart though.
I think Koopah's still working on 25s, right? For titles?
Yes.
Yeah. Alright. Final song pick from Vitamins, and this is one of his recent songs that he has passed, so he should have this chart relatively fresh in his memory.
Let's see it. I'd like to see Vitamins at least get something besides being in a forest.
You got the blue hold section where you have to rotate your body coming up here. Nails it. Nails it again.
Having that chart on is really helping him right here.
Yeah, you get
Very
your first
good.
like small break here, and then the build up into the run.
Yeah, I really want to see Ryan get something to ride this board. I really do. This is his chart that he did pick though, so it's looking very likely so far. But we're not even about to get into the hardest part of the chart, which is the never-ending run.
All right, here we go. Wow.
Vitamin looking very strong on this so far.
Just hanging on. Last push. Want to hit these holds, they're worth a lot.
Yeah, I don't know bar.
Is that a dig at me?
Yeah.
Well done.
Let's go.
See where that lands him. Vitamins with a 915-434, and Arturo pulling up with a 911-968. Very close. Well done to both players.
He gets the dub. Very happy to see he at least got something. But you can definitely tell with Vitamin that it's the fatigue is definitely affecting him.
Right, and like you can see it because like his habit of doing stuff manually, like doing all the twists, even on like a 24 singles, like the moment he stops doing that, you know he's feeling something.
Yeah.
And so like, especially like with how fast those like staircase, like M run, not M's, but just staircase where you go back and forth. It's just at the speed that the chart is, it's easier just to hop it and hope you can combo it.
Yeah. Entirely. That's what most people are doing whenever you get to that. But
Honestly, I'm so glad iRELLiA Singles 24 like got picked because this is like the one chart that I have some knowledge of.
Level 11.
in comparison to all the other ones.
Yeah.
Level
that's fair.
24 over.
Ooh.
What the
PBs
fuck?
of 920.
All right. We got an even playing field, I guess. What the fuck? That's something you don't ever really see. A 241 point difference.
Basically neck and neck. Like that's like 1 or 2 notes.
Yeah, pretty much. A little bit longer combo.
Yeah.
1 or 2 grades. Maybe 1 less bad.
Does combo really affect scoring?
Yes.
Okay.
Combo does affect scoring. Does it affect it a lot? No.
But it does play a role.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. It's just not as heavy as it used to be.
Right.
But yeah, it definitely still is a factor.
Well, it seems like for a speed chart, both players are opting for a little bit of powder. It just does make sense.
Well, relatively, you can just sit straight forward this entire chart.
Right.
So you want to make sure, especially since this is just a speed chart, speed stamina chart, you kind of would like to just sit straight forward and, you know, relax as much as you can, since you're going to be cheating probably most of this. Seeing these scores, though, I can definitely tell you these guys are definitely going to be pushing each other to their limits.
For the last song of today, let's see what they can bring.
Truthfully speaking, I think whoever wins this will make a difference and is actually going to get first. Yeah, because I think if Koopah, if he wins this, it actually will be a tie.
Really?
Yeah.
And we're gonna go to a tiebreaker then.
Yeah, potentially if he gets first, but we gotta see if he's gonna get that. That would be insane to have a tiebreaker.
Exactly.
Go, Johnny.
Let's see how they approach this next whole section.
I will say with how well Koopah performed on the side, very I'm kind of holding my breath.
I don't want to say anything right now.
I really don't either. This is like super intense.
Nice push.
This really is anyone's game right now. Oh, okay.
Koopah with the full life bar.
Oh, and it's just the holds.
Nails the
Let's
ending.
go.
Well done.
Oh my god, who
Koopah pulls out a triple A on R.I.P D24 and takes first place for this round. Well done.
Wait, that means... Dude, that means Johnny won.
Yeah, this means officially, based on the point totals standing, Koopah has won with...
Oh, what the fuck, dude? You know what's the best part? Is this doesn't say to his card either.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be upset about that, but hello YouTube.
Okay, I lied about the tiebreaker. I miscalculated, but holy shit. Dude, what the fuck? I don't want to say anything because I don't think he realizes it yet.
Yeah,
If it becomes over, I'm gonna hide the screen.
okay,
I want to keep the suspense for them.
okay. I don't know if they heard me though.
I don't either. let's just it's our little secret chat. You didn't hear anything.
Y'all didn't hear anything.
Wow.
Not looking.
Yeah, I
You
was
didn't
like,
hear me, right?
yeah, don't look. You don't need to know. You're gonna find out here in a bit. It keeps the suspension, the tension. We're good. I'm gonna go at full screen.
All right, full screen.
All right. So we're getting our top fours over here. As we have our
Yeah, you're the trophy girl. Or medal girl.
all right. Fourth place, we have Vitamin C, aka Ryan. And in third place, we have Arturo getting the medals.
Koopah, do you guys know who won? Okay. Well, you guys, stand in the center. We'll call it out.
Julian.
In second place, the difference of one R.I.P. Tran is second place.
Yes, sir. John Tran's in second. Give it up for Koopah. Koopah, 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 Koopah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well done, everyone.
Here. Hey. There you go. Can you guys look at the camera right here? Give it up to our top 4 winners, guys. Big congrats to everybody. Very proud of everybody who participated in this event. Everyone pushed really hard and tried their best, and it really, really showed. All right.
Please let me sit down.
You want to know the point differential? You want to know the point differential?
He said it was 5-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a tiebreaker.
We thought we were going to go to a tiebreaker.
I miscalculated because I was so nervous. I'm kind of glad because it made it more suspenseful. No way. Yeah, so we're going to kind of wrap it up here. We're going to do a couple of last group photos for everybody. Just want to give, again, a big thank you to everybody who not only was in the tournament, but everyone who was watching, who's interested. Like we've mentioned multiple times, this is our first tournament that we've had in SoCal in 8 years. And we got this dude on the camera. Big shout out to Factory T-Bar. Without them, this wouldn't have even happened. We needed the vineyard, and they clutched up and helped us out with that. Thank you for everybody who helped organize the event. Big shout outs to Johnny and Brian, Vitamin C, and Koopah, the top 2 of the top 4s. Shout out to PKP for helping me commentate and all the other stuff that was in the event.
My pleasure.
and everybody who else was behind the scenes helped organizing and everything else. We are getting our final group photos, and if you want to hop in, you can.
Sure.
We are going to end up wrapping it up here, so thank y'all for being here. I'm going to pass it off to our tournament organizers first before closing off the stream. Unfortunately, I don't have a full webcam, so what I'll do is I'll do this right now.
I just want to thank everyone who came to the event. Yesterday, today, you're watching from home. So it's the first Pump It Up tournament in SoCal in a long time.
Super scuffed.
So we're happy to see a lot of people came out to support.
But I got Johnny here, who's gonna
Huge thank you to
get
Dr.
this
Bar for letting us host this event here.
final goodbyes.
Big shout outs to Henny for the whole arcade here and providing a great environment for all the players. I'd also like to thank all the staff who helped organize this event. Johnny, Blake, Gillian, Kevin all helped set up, come early, and did a lot of planning to make this event a success. So big shout outs to them. I'd also like to thank Phil. He couldn't be here, but he's the one who donated the shirts for all the participants. So big thanks to him. And yeah, just thanks again to all the participants, everyone, even if you just came out to support. It really means a lot to see, and I'm really happy that we're able to host this. Henny, would you like to say any words? Close out?
We are giving our final goodbyes. For y'all that are interested in the FTB Discord, I am trying to get that link for you guys right now.
Alright guys, so I'm really happy, super happy that you guys are here for this whole weekend. Honestly, when I first started this arcade, I knew I really wanted to build this community. To bring people together, to play dance games. And the best of them all, to have the best pads in Southern California. Not only do the best players come here, they actually showcase how good and how far we can stretch the limit of playing Pump It Up. And I'm lost for words, honestly, right now, other than the fact that I'm just so happy that everyone has enjoyed their time here, everyone's got the chance to try the pads, and from everything I've heard, everyone loved it, and that's what I'm looking for. It's just everyone's happiness, love, acceptance of everyone, and this whole community.
We have Henny, the guy who is currently running the arcade at FTB, give his final shout outs and thank yous for everybody.
Bring everyone together, and I couldn't ask for any more, so I thank everyone here for being here today. Sorry for the speech. No, I hope for the episode 2, we're gonna bring, I hope more people are gonna be coming.
So looks like Henny brought up Final Audition episode 2
Foreshadow.
in the near future.
Oh, near.
Of course, you know, just gotta have a time for a break, some planning, but of course nothing is official yet, right? But there was some mentioning.
DDR, we had tournaments here. Pump It Up is just wow. And I feel like who knows? Maybe we might have the ICT. Who knows? Anything. I want this to be a safe place for people to have dance games playing. That's all I really want. You guys really showed
Nothing, again, nothing is planned, nothing is set in stone. He did mention a final audition episode 2. Of course, again, it's going to take a lot of planning and stuff if we do confirm it. But nothing is confirmed.
But I will say that is a good thing to hear, because that means obviously the vendor is cool with this tournament and loved the way it turned out enough to where the vendor is on board for another one.
Yes.
So that means everyone here was very respectable.
Honestly, guys, you need to give a round of applause for Ryan. He's This guy was the one who came to me with the idea to make this happen.
Yep.
And for me, all I said was, let's make this happen. And this guy, he took care of everything. He planned it all out, and he made sure everyone was having a great time. So this wouldn't have happened without
Yes, if
Ryan.
you guys can hear it,
So please
Ryan was the one that organized everything from the ground up. And then he reached out to a couple of us to help out with the event. I was one of them. And then, yeah, so hearing just now, planning for this event started back in January. So it took a lot of planning, gathered what we can to do to make this happen. Again, thank you to our other staff that helped out, Blake here, Kevin and Gillian, that's standing right behind me. So,
Try to keep things clear.
So, with that being said, we have any final goodbyes to close us off?
yeah, so again, just the gist of it, this turned out to be a really good event. It seemed very positive for both Henny and Factory Tea Bar. Again, we tried to make this happen. We did our best to make it very smooth, and I'm really happy how it all turned out. I'm glad for all the people that showed up to participate, to spectate, or even watching the stream. I'm very, very happy with this. I do hope, we start planning for the next one. Again, of course, nothing confirmed yet, but yeah, I think that's going to wrap up the final audition episode 1 tournament. Thank you again, everybody. We are closing out.
Thank y'all for watching. We will catch y'all on the next episode.